What's up guys, Zeenigami here, and let's go through the new Judge Sanji dual character legend and the entire Germa batch, which does include 6+ characters, or not 6+, but super evolution characters for all of them, except for Judge and Sanji, who does not have a 6+ version. But the rest of them do have super evolutions on coming out, and they only have a 5-star version, so they don't have a 4-star version. So they'll become a 5-star version, super evolve them into 5+, and Sanji Judge, who is our regular 5-star, 6-star character. Now we're gonna start with the Germa Mom. Germa Mom's captain ability boosts attack and recovery of all characters by 175 and heals for 500 at the end of the turn. Nothing super special there. Her special ability reduces chain multiplier limit, chain coefficient reduction by 5 turns, and boosts your chance of getting Psi Orbs by 3 turns. Not super special, but the chain multiplier limit and chain coefficient reduction by 5 turns can be useful on certain fights. We're going to start off with Sanji Judge. Now, Sanji Judge is unique in our dual characters, and they are the first dual character to not change colors whenever you swap their types. So they are a double Psi character. They're always powerhouse. Sanji is a Psi fighter. Judge is a Psi driven character, but they are always Psi, and they're always powerhouse. If you are Sanji, Sanji's captain ability is if you have 6 powerhouse characters, boost attack of powerhouse by 3.5, boost their health by 1.25 times, and makes recovery tandem orbs count as matching for powerhouse characters. If you're Judge, if you have one of each color, then boost powerhouse attack by 3.5, boost health by 125, and makes Psi orbs count as matching for all characters. And then on their dual character, if you have 6 powerhouse, and boost their attack by 425. If you have one of each color, boost their health by 125. And makes Psi recovery and tandem count as matching for all characters. So super solid captain abilities on all of these. There's not likely a time when you're going to want to have 6 powerhouse that's not different colors, although you could do that. Even whenever you swap their colors, you just lose out on the health. So you could just use Sanji Judge on a straight powerhouse team. You can use him on even just a straight Psi powerhouse team, and you'll be okay. You won't be able to use Judge's captain ability to full advantage, but you will be able to use Sanji and just stay on Sanji all the time. Swap over to Judge if you ever need to stall, so you lose your attack, you can stall, and whoever swap back to Sanji, or use their dual transformation to get the good damage boost. Their sailor abilities, limit break sailor abilities, the really important one we want to talk about, because when limit broken, their sailor ability will make Psi, tandem, and recovery count as matching orbs for all powerhouse characters on your team, which is our, I think, our first 3 different orb, entire full team beneficial matching orb character, which is insanely good. Well, this also works with the new Germa 66 ship. So new Germa 66 ship, which is unlockable with 30 gems. Absolutely spend 30 gems to unlock these ship, guys. Zunisha ship, spend that 30 gems. Germa ship, spend those 30 gems. It is so incredibly worth it to get these ships. They are ridiculously good. The Germa ship, eventually, if you have 5 colors on your crew, so red, green, yellow, blue, purple, reduce your cooldowns by 2 at the start. Reduces attack, boosts attack by 1.55 times, boosts health by 1.25 times, makes perfect easier to hit, and if you have a recovery or tandem orb, boosts your attack by an additional 1.1 times, making this our first 1.7 times ship. So if you got tandem orbs, a 1.7, or recovery orb, you make a 1.7 times ship for the Germa 66 ship. So we really want to get those tandem and recovery orbs if all possible, which very nice, since Judge not only works as tandem recovery matching as a sailor, but also tandem recovery matching as a captain. So even if you use Sanji Judge without fully colors, you really want to use a full color so you can take full advantage of them. But Sanji Judge alone as a full powerhouse captain also makes those tandem recoveries count as matching, but you don't get to use them with Germa ship unless you have the full colors. Their special ability, super simple, super slick. Boosts attack of powerhouse by 2 times, boosts orbs of powerhouse by 2 times, reduces paralysis by 5 turns, and becomes Sanji Judge for 3 turns. Now, one of the most exciting parts about Sanji Judge, besides their ridiculously high numbers, is that their character swap ability Reduces silence completely on themselves. That's always nice. Changes their own orb into a tandem orb, which is going to come into play a lot as we look at the Germa kids, and boost their chain multiplier by 1.25 times for 1 turn. Interestingly enough, this uses the exact same chain multiplier boost as we always have. This is a multiplicative chain multiplier. So normally chain additions are straight plus to the chain. So like if you use Legend Shanks, if you use Coliseum and L, these characters just add whatever the chain is to the chain multiplier. This is multiplying it, so you get your 1.3 times increase that it normally goes by, multiplied by 1.25, which makes it about a 1/6 boost every time. This stacks with chain addition specials. So if you use Legend Shanks, if you use Coliseum and L, these characters, it actually stacks with this character swap ability, even though they have the exact same icon. That might be a bug, since the characters aren't actually in the game, and we've seen this through just like people finagling with some things in game in order to see that. It also might be a new mechanic that is coming out with Sanji Judge. So far, Sanji Judge is letting us get insanely high chain multiplier numbers. It is active in the database if you try it out on the damage calculator. Anyways, before we actually show off the team, let's go talk about what the Germa kids do. Judges, limit break abilities, damage reduction, crit hit, or bind reduction. Cool. Whatever. We have Ichiji. Now, each of these super evolutions, super evolve all of them whenever you can. Nothing super special about them. Ichiji is the closest one to actually changing whenever he super evolves. Strength, powerhouse fighter, boost attack of powerhouse, boost their health, boost recovery, whatever. Sailor ability reduces silence on himself for by 3 turns. He has the limit break sailor ability, which isn't on his unevolved version. We'll talk about that when we get to the super evolved version. If you have 6 powerhouse characters, deals 100 times his attack and type of damage to all enemies at the end of the turn for 3 turns. And if your captain or friend captain's orb is tandem, delays all enemies by 1 turn and reduces defense by 100% for 1 turn. So you'll see this on basically all the Germa kids. If your captain or friend captain orb is tandem, then does a thing, which is why that Sanji Judge character swap guaranteeing a tandem orb is so nice as a captain. Otherwise, checking this tandem orb is going to be really hard. All these kids only work if you're not using a full Germa team. Without the full Germa team, it really becomes a lot weaker. With the full Germa team, this team is ridiculous. So, super evolved. He now goes up to a 120 times attack and the turn damage. Once again, still checking for that tandem orb. The thing that changes on Ichiji is that he now reduces increased defense reduction debuff protection. Removes enemy defense reduction debuff protection. So that is our first debuff prevention remover, which is really cool. And delays for 2 turns instead of 1 turn. So notable characters with defense reduction debuff protection is Ambush Garp. Has defense reduction debuff protection. That is a whole mouthful. But he actually gets rid of that debuff protection, which is the first time we've seen debuff protection removal in the game so far, which is pretty neat. Then we have Niji, our blue. If you have 6 powerhouse, boost attack against enemies with reduced defense. So we have a conditional attack booster on the team. If you have that tandem orb, changes all orbs, including block orbs, into tandem orbs and makes tandem beneficial for all characters for 1 turn. So we already have tandem beneficial as a captain, but now we also have tandem beneficial as a sub. Super evolved. It's now a 2 turns conditional attack boost, which is crazy good, having a 2 turns conditional attack boost for your team. The rest of it's the same. Still makes all orbs tandem if one of your captain's orbs is a tandem orb. Important to note that Ichiji, Niji, Sanji, or Ichiji, Niji, Yonji, 2 times, not 2 turns. Ichiji, Niji, Yonji, they all have a sailor ability where if you have 6 powerhouse characters, makes their color orbs beneficial for all powerhouse characters. So Ichiji, all strength orbs beneficial. Niji, all blue orbs beneficial. Yonji, all green orbs beneficial. Reiju is all purple orbs beneficial. Oh, that's right. I thought Reiju was a different color. That makes sense, right? So each kid makes their orb colors beneficial for all characters, or all powerhouse characters, which means that with Sanji Judge, you always have matching orbs unless you have no orbs at all, or unless you have block orbs, which you can get rid of block orbs with Niji's special, which is pretty okay. Guaranteed matching orbs every single turn. Yonji, if you have 6 powerhouse, reduces attack down, bind, and despair. Oh right, you do that. There are bomb orbs. You got me there. If you have 6 powerhouse characters, reduce attack down, bind, and despair by 4 turns. If Captain Orb's tandem, boost color affinity by 175. Super Evolve, that goes up to a 2 times color affinity. And 5 turns of attack down, bind, and despair reduction. And then finally, Reiju, unevolved. If you have 6 powerhouse, reduces damage taken by 70% for 2 turns. And if you've got that Tandem Orb, reduces threshold damage reduction, percent damage reduction, and increase buff durations by 4 turns. The weakest super evolution in Reiju, who only really gets 1 more turn of threshold damage, percent damage, and increased defense buffs. Hey, thanks for that resub. So, to summarize on this Germa 66 team, you've got a type booster or booster, you've got an affinity booster, you've got a conditional attack booster, and you have defense reduction. We can set them all to recovery orbs, so that way we can get the 7 times boost from the ship. Turn on Judge, Yonji, Ichiji, Niji specials. Hey, you got a pretty decent team right there. 45,000 on ints, 45 million, 30 million all the other characters before you get to before you even get to put some cotton candies on these characters. And Reiju poisons. I forgot to mention Reiju also poisons all enemies by 75 times her attack, which is a pretty solid poison amount. It's not a toxic, it's just a flat 75 times her attack, but it's still a very respectable amount of poison. So you've got poison all enemies, defense down, conditional defense down attack, end of turn damage, orb boost, type boost, conditional attack boost. You've got basically everything, and they also get rid of about 5 turns of every negative debuff that you can think of. So he gets rid of paralysis, gets rid of attack down, gets rid of bind, gets rid of despair, gets rid of damage threshold, gets rid of percent damage, gets rid of increased defense, gets rid of the enemy increased defense, debuff protection. Basically, if you can buy your way into this team, you're done with One Piece Treasure Cruise for a very, very long time. That's it. Just buy your way into this team and you're good to go. And you also have Sora Mom to give yourself Tandem Orbs and get rid of block orbs as a support. The support's probably the neatest thing about her. Special abilities, okay. Chain multiplier, chain coefficient. You can use one of these. Anyways, guys, that is the Germa crew. Really, 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 really good. But, you know, Bandai really wants to get that money, right? I've been Zeenigami. Good luck. Thank you so much for watching. Y'all stay beautiful.